battled armor when I see it. You're not fooling anyone.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. You lead, I'll follow.
Got some good pieces out
I'm
here
right
if you're
behind
looking
you.
to buy. More inside.
I am at your command. Lead on. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Let's get going then.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Get up there.
They say that vampires attacked the Hall of the Vigilant, burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires doing anything like that before.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. No rest in Dawnstar. Everyone here is having nightmares. I have miners tripping over their own feet from lack of sleep. I heard there was a priest of Mara who was supposed to be looking into it. We'll see if anything comes of that. Until next time. Your ancestors wouldn't want... I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum. Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided. Not a student of history, I see. It's for the best. They're a group that should be forgotten. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago. That museum is a mistake.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend. Yes, my collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for. Let's talk inside. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready. The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts, where members of the commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameram. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side. Did you have any questions about the museum? Oh, a little... One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim. At least two of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders, and the third owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked. Good luck finding the fragments.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. That would be Jarl Skald the Elder. He's over in the White. I own Ironbreaker Mine. I pay a good wage for any iron ore you dig up, if you're looking for work. Until next time.
divine's sake, Skald, who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Horik is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
Watch your hands around the legate.
You come to Dawnstar at a bad time. Tempers are fiery. Skald supports Ulfric's rebellion, and he doesn't like having a couple of old legionnaires living in his town. He's a fool. A dragon has attacked Helgen. Dawnstar needs the Empire now more than ever. Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these days. You'll want the Wind Peak Inn. As for work, you could try to catch Skald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite ends of town. Stay out of trouble now.
Need a room? Don't worry. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Everyone in town knows about the Black Door, and to never go near it. Let's sate that appetite, huh? Good day.
Yes, sirrah. The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it. These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent. I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard. I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares. Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry. Vermina resides from her citadel at the center. She reaches for... who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsense. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me. Follow me. It's this way. It feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult. The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside. When the temple was active, the priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This way, my son. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate, and they'll awaken. Both orcs and priests alike. Once we get inside, all will become clear. Give me just a moment, and I'll have it. It's open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the Skull of Corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
They mustn't stop us.
Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret, seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within. For Dawnstar! Library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now almost everything burned. Go.
Time for your final rest. Never should have come here.
not boring anymore. We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Let me take a look. Mara be praised. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world. Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
They've awakened. Stop them! I'll gut you like a horker! Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me.
Yes, my son. I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drake. Dawnstar's I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Baron.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But, brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell. Have fun! Give up while you still can! You can't beat me! Your blood! No one less than Not so fast! Here we go! It worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come. We must get to the skull and destroy it.
benevolence, you shall not stop us! By her benevolence, you shall not stop us!
Yes? The strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. All right, then.
You're a fool! You dare fight a... Didn't you allow me?
you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. By her benevolence... I knew Aaron thought. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? Yes, it's time. If you'll stand back. First, an incantation to remove the barrier. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Oh, not so fast. Get him outside. Enough! This ends now! Yeah!
I'm right behind you. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Lead on.
They say that the damned nightmares have finally stopped. Don't suppose you'd know anything about that. For a dragon to attack Times Square?
The nightmares in Dawnstar have lifted, and I hear you helped that happen. You have my thanks. Giants are a common problem in the Pale. The Empire always demanded I leave them be, but the Empire isn't here now. Go and slay one of the beasts. Should let them know the Dawnstar is not to be trifled with. I'm counting on you. Good luck with the giant. Don't get stepped on.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
I need to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out. The Imperialists think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of it.
You can take me?
Just a servant of Skald the Elder. Not worthy of time or consideration. There's no honor in being
not
a
as dumb. You've shown those monsters that they will no longer be tolerated in the Pale. Good work. Here, a reward from your Jarl. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck. Don't bother me again unless it's important.
The Wind Peak Inn features the finest bard in all of Dawnstar. Me. Until
I'm
next
sorry.
time.
My mind was everyone in town knows about the Black Door.
Our
and to
hero,
never
our
go near it.
hero claims a warrior's
Good day.
heart.
Need a dagger? No? How about a claymore? My wife Sarah and I run it together. She's still... Our son or daughter isn't going to get much Redguard culture here in Skyrim. I know my wife worries how she will pass along her traditions. Hey, if you find a book called Night Falls on Sentinel, could you bring it to me? It's a story from my wife's people. Be good to have. Good on you. I've worked on a few more, and Dawnstar is known for its bad luck. We're the last port of call before Windhelm,
I married Russ
and the
late
war
when
we
he was
trade
a...
makes rich
Not
targets
much.
for pirates.
The land is beautiful, but I can't stand this cold. The only thing I dislike... That's right. I hope one day I'll convince Rustleif to take us back there. Until then, I'm content running the forge together here in Dawnstar. We forge every day if we need it.
Quicksilver mine is the best. That would turned on the Empire first chance. If you don't mind digging, I own the Quicksilver mine. It's a better life than working in that damned Ironbreaker mine with all those milk triggers.
One side, coming through. Sorry, gotta run. They're dead. My pa was a sailor. Took me with him on his last trip. After he got sick, they put us off here and left without us. He died a few days later. I've tried to make do since then, but it's been hard. Real hard. I'm running food and supplies to the miners. Don't pay much, but they let me sleep by the fire in the inn most nights. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh well. Thanks anyway, I guess.
The mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from them. The mortar and pestle has cures for every illness. For my husband, it's quite romantic. I found the ring's resting place after he died, but I'm far too old to go explore. Well, aren't you sweet? I'd be happy to give you some alchemy training in The people here look to Brina Merilis when they need things settled. Real firebrand going up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion.
Be careful! The Jarl and I have our disagreements. Sorry if you had to overhear.
My duty is watch your hands
Stay
around
out
the
of
leg.
trouble now.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
I'm no one special. Just a miner who swings a pickaxe without drinking.
Been working in Ironbreaker since I was a boy.
Need something? Move it, move it!
I wasn't born in Skyrim, but when I served in the Legion, this land became my home. Stay out of trouble now.
I work steel, weapons mostly.
I work for the Wind Peak Inn. You should head on inside. Thoring runs the inn. Speak to him.